Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to create a module on your Canvas course. These make it easy for your students to kind of organize what they're seeing. It makes it so you can organize it maybe into chapters or sections so that you can separate all the files that you've uploaded. You can even add quizzes and other kinds of activities to each module. So we're going to jump right in. So make sure you're logged into Canvas. This should be your home screen. Or actually, let me go all the way back out. This is what you'll see. You're going to click on the class that you're wanting to edit. So I'm going to edit my sample class. And when I get in, I'm going to see the screen. I have no modules created yet, so I'm going to click Create a New Module. And we're going to call this Sample Module. And now we just have it sitting there. What we're going to do, and by the way, students can't see any of this until you go over here. You have to publish the course over here and click publish, and you have to publish the module. So students can't see any of this yet, so it's okay for you to play around with it, leave, come back. They won't be able to see anything on their side until you publish everything. So we have our sample module, so I'm going to show you what you can do with modules. If you go over here to the little plus button, you can add some different things. So for example, let's say I want to upload a file. So we've last video we practiced uploading files. So I'm going to take one of those files that we uploaded and I'm going to upload it. So I could click new file right here if I wanted to upload something completely new that had never been on my Canvas, or I could use something I've already uploaded. So we're going to use just this document that I uploaded last time. I'm going to click add item. So now that's something that's available to students under that module. So that might be easy if like you put chapter 1 and maybe you put chapter 1 notes here for the students to access. That would be a good way to organize that. And other things you can add, we can also add assignments. So these are some practice assignments that I made earlier before the video, but let's say you don't have an assignment here that you want to use and you want to click a new assignment. So I'm going to click new assignment. Assignment name, we're going to put summary assignment. And so right now, there's nothing to it. You can see that this is uploaded because it has a green check, but the summary assignment isn't live because we haven't done anything to it. So I'm going to click on it. And it's going to bring us to this page. And it looks like there's nothing there. But in order to add something to it, we're going to click Edit. And now we can actually type into the assignment. So for example, I could say, read the following document, summarize it below. Okay. The cool thing about this, so if this is the assignment, the cool thing about it is I can actually put a link to a file inside the directions, so they won't even have to go out and download the file. So you can link it right here. And then you have the file link right there, so they don't have to go anywhere else. They can just click on it. Now, if we scroll down, you can also add images, by the way. Over here, you could search for them or upload them if you needed them to like look at a graph and then respond. And you can link to a bunch of other things as well. You can add how many points right here. There's a lot of different settings you could play with. If you want them to submit something if you're doing it for an online class, but you can make the submission online, on paper, or somewhere else. We're going to make this one online. So the options for online submission, they could do a text entry, they could upload files, they could do a media recording or a website URL. I'm just going to put text entry or file upload. So let's say they decide to type in their summary, or they decide to upload a PDF or a Word document of where they type their summary. That would be good. You could require peer reviews. You can make it a group assignment. There's a lot of really cool settings. You could assign it just to certain groups or to everyone and have due dates and when it's available. That kind of helps with a lot of confusion. But when you're finished and you've got all those settings the way you want it, you're going to click Save. And then you can also press Save and Publish. That way it's ready to go if you know it's ready to go. All right, so I'm going to go back to my original module. And I'm going to show you a few more things that you could add. So far I've added a file, I've added an assignment to this module. I can also add one other really important one, might be a quiz. So I'm going to start a new quiz. I'm going to click new quiz. If you've already made a quiz, you could select that one right here. But I'm just going to start a new quiz so you can see what it looks like. You're going to name it right here. Click add item. And it's gray instead of green because it's not ready to go. So we're going to click on it. And I'm going to go up here and click edit. And I'm going to play with some of the options, and then I'm going to show you how to add questions. So this is just like on the assignment tab where you can give directions. I'm going to say answer the questions. You can obviously be way more detailed, but that's how you would put in instructions. You can make it so the students can see their quiz results at the end with feedback. You don't have to. But you can even have it dates where they can show the correct answers. So let's say you wanted to wait till a week after so no one shares correct answers. You could change that here too. Again, you can change when it's available. But the part on the quiz that you've got to do is you go up here to questions and you've got to add in your question. So I could click new question. I could name the question. It could be multiple choice, true and false, fill in the blank. So many different options, but I'm just going to do multiple choice for this example. I'm going to be really simple. What is 2 plus 2? And down here, the answer part is really important because a lot of these grade themselves. So for example, I'm going to put the correct answer here is 4. And if I click on this little box with the dots, I could even put comments there if they chose the right answer. So like, way to go. Okay. Let's say they chose 0. And you could, that's the wrong answer, but you could also put comments right here and saying, did you subtract instead of adding? So maybe it kind of giving that feedback is a common misconception or like an answer that they might get and you know why. You could add some comments there to kind of give some feedback as well if they chose that wrong answer. So I'd put all my possible answers. You could add more possible answers as well. And then when you're finished, you'll click update question, and there's that question. So you can keep adding all your questions, and when you're finished with it, you're going to click save or save and publish if you're ready to publish it. And it's ready to go. So I'm going to go back home, and there's one more feature on the modules I'm going to show you. The one that there's a few more, but these are the 3 most commonly used ones. But you could also go to add, and we're going to add a discussion. And I'm going to start a new topic. And sure, this question was already there. I'm just going to click it. What does student engagement look like? So you could have a question. You're going to click add item. And there's not really much you can change on this. It's just a discussion. So if I were to click on it, you could see all the different replies. You could subscribe to it so you get an email when people respond, things like that. But when you're ready to have it published, you just click publish. And we can go back out to our modules. And so this is everything that's included in that module. When you're finished with your module, and so all of these are published and ready to go, but the student will still not even see the class until you go over here to course status. And right now it says it's unpublished. If we want people to see this, we're going to have to click publish. So let's say my module is ready. Now I can always go back and add modules. That's fine, but they're not going to see anything from the class until you click publish the course. So I'm going to publish this course. And now students can see that are assigned to this class can see all the content that's here. All right, that's it for this video. I've got one more that's going to talk about how to search the Commons for pre-made content so you don't have to do all this. If you have questions, email the email at the end of this video. Thanks, guys.